Hi YouTube, this is KWall0307 with movies I am looking forward to in 2013. I'm starting out with a movie that will not be in theaters. It'll be a direct to DVD, so it is honorable mention, and here it is. So honorable mention goes to Angry Video Game Nerd movie. This is a movie that I've been looking forward for a long time. It stars James Rolfe as the Angry Video Game Nerd. If you don't know who that is, he reviews any type of retro game, and he makes it really funny. He's the one producing it, and it's basically him saving the planet. From what I read, it's about some aliens and him finally reviewing E.T. the game for the Atari. So that's the honorable mention. And the next movie on my list is World War Z. It's basically a post-apocalyptic era where a League of Nations person, which is played by Brad Pitt, tries to find out some way of defeating the zombies. With all the zombies being so popular, like Walking Dead and all those other movies, it looks good. It looks like a good plot. It's from the same book with the same name, which was very popular from what I've heard. The special effects from the trailer that I saw looked pretty decent. I'm probably gonna go see it during the summer. You need to check it out. And my next film will be the next movie on my list is The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, which comes out early March. It stars Steve Carell and Steve Buscemi and Jim Carrey. Steve Buscemi and Steve Carell are a magic duo, just like Sigmund and Freud. One of them gets hurt and travels to another country, and Steve Carell's character loses popularity, and he loses a lot of his fans to the street performer, which is Jim Carrey's character. He's a street magician, and Steve Carell's character has to reunite with his partner to gain his fans back. I think this is a really good movie from the previews I've seen. Usually when Steve Carell works with Jim Carrey, it's comedy gold. I think this will be really good. You should check it out. The next movie on my list is Evil Dead. It comes out early April, and it is a remake or reboot of the original franchise, which starred Bruce Campbell and is directed by Sam Raimi. This one is produced by Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell, so I'm glad they stuck around, so it'll be really good. I'm just a fan of the entire series. It was a cult classic from the 80s. I think this one will be really good. It doesn't have Ash Williams in it. It's a completely different story. It looks really good from the previews that I've seen, and from what I've read, it has 0 to no CGI effects, so it doesn't disappoint from the cult classic. You should definitely check out this movie in early April. It's definitely worth it. The next movie on my list may be unpopular, but it's A Good Day to Die Hard. It comes out early February, and it stars Bruce Willis, if you didn't know, as John McClane. The last one, a lot of people ragged on because it was rated PG-13. I thought it was pretty good. The plot was alright. I was impressed by it, like, just bringing back the character. I thought it was pretty funny in a lot of ways. In this one, John McClane has to travel to Russia to save his son who got arrested, and it blows out of proportion with more terrorist groups, and he has to save the world. From the trailers that I've seen, it looks really good. Great action scenes, stunts, and great special effects. And I highly recommend this movie if you're if you're really into the Die Hard series. The next movie on my list is Anchorman: The Legacy Continues. It comes out mid-December. They've kept the plot under wraps pretty good. I've heard it was like maybe a custody battle and then bowling. I'm not sure about that. Adam McKay comes back as the director, and they have most of the characters from the first movie come back. Will Ferrell, Christina Applegate, Steve Carell, just Vince Vaughn. Everyone from the first movie is back, which is kind of rare for a comedy sequel. I'm not sure about the plot, like I said, so I can't really say if it'll be so good, but I'm just looking forward to it because I really enjoyed the first one. I thought the first one was awesome. I hope this second one is really good as the first one. The next movie on my list is Monsters University, which comes out mid-June. I'm really looking forward to this movie because I really enjoyed the first one. They have most of the actors back, except for Kelsey Grammer will be replacing James Coburn because he unfortunately passed away. This movie was supposed to be out before Cars 2, but there was some legal issues between Disney and Pixar, between ownership, and when Steve Jobs died and Disney got taken over by, I'm not sure who it is, but Disney has a new head person, and he bought Pixar Studios, so this one was supposed to be out right after the Cars 2, but it got pushed back again. So Brave was put out last year, and then now Monsters University is this year. It's confirmed. I think it'll look really good. It's a prequel to the first one where they go to college and you see how they met and how they interact. Unfortunately, there's no Boo because she doesn't exist. And John Ratzenberger reprises his role as the Abominable Snowman. I enjoyed his character. I highly recommend this movie. Go see it. The next movie on my list is called The Tomb. Probably the only person that knows about it is my friend Brian. It stars Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. If that's not cool, you need to get a life. The plot is Stallone is a person that creates buildings. He's basically an architect. He gets wrongfully convicted of a felony he didn't commit, and he gets sent to a prison that he created. Jim Caviezel, he played Jesus in the Passion of the Christ. He plays a warden in the movie, and he from the previews, he looks pretty cool. Sylvester Stallone tries to break out, and he elicits the help of Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is just awesome. It's an action thriller, and I'm sure it won't disappoint. So I highly recommend this movie. The next movie on my list is The World's End, and it comes out at the end of October. It stars Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. If you don't know who those are, they star in Shaun of the Dead and Paul. And it's written by Simon Pegg. It looks like a good movie. They've always, Nick Frost and Simon Pegg really work well together. The basic plot is basically five friends reunite to hit different bars, but something happens, some scientific sci-fi happens while they try to get to this bar that's called World's End. You just have to give this movie a chance. Like, I didn't give Paul a chance, but it turned out to be really, really good. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are a great dynamic duo of comedy. Just give it a chance and you won't be disappointed. The next movie on my list is The Man of Steel, which comes out mid-June. It's produced by Christopher Nolan, which also did Batman, so it looks better than its predecessor, Superman Returns, and it's a reboot of that. It has an action-packed cast with Kevin Costner, Henry Cavill, Russell Crowe, among others. It just looks so action-packed. The cinematography is just look at the movie poster and it just looks amazing. The movie poster kind of hints that Superman gets arrested. That's a good plot. Him getting arrested for being a superhero. With Christopher Nolan being involved and his reputation of doing Batman so well, I believe Christopher Nolan can bring back Superman back to glory. I'm really looking forward to this, and I hope you get a chance to watch this movie. The last movie I want to see in 2013 is Star Trek Into Darkness. It's supposed to come out mid-May. It stars Chris Pine, Zoe Saldana, and Simon Pegg. It's directed by J.J. Abrams. The special effects look flawless. The plot, from what I read and what I've seen, is some unnamed force attacks Earth, and the Enterprise goes on a manhunt to get retribution and to end their attacks. This is a sequel to Star Trek. It looks really good. I'm not sure if any of the original Star Trek people are going to be in this one. Like the first one, you'd have to ask my friend Brian. He loves Star Trek. I just want to see this movie because it looks really good. And I enjoyed the first one. I thought Chris Pine pulled off a great Captain Kirk. I thought Simon Pegg pulled off a great Scotty. Overall, I think it's going to be an amazing film. Originally, it was supposed to come out last year, but it got pushed back. Yeah, and I highly recommend this movie, and you shouldn't end 2013 without seeing this movie. Subscribe to this video and comment below to if I missed any movies that you think I should watch. I'm glad for suggestions, or just inbox me up there. Tell me your opinions on the movies I suggested, and you having a good night, YouTube.